Are you looking for a backpack to keep your photography gear safe without breaking the bank? If so, I think I got an option for you. Welcome back to David Does, where we take a look at the latest travel and photography gear. Today we're taking a look at the Jumper backpack from Brevite. The folks over at Brevite were nice enough to send this to me at no charge. That being said, I didn't receive any other type of compensation, but I wanted to let you know about that so you can make a good, solid purchase decision. With all that in mind, not everything's perfect about this bag, and I do have a few minor complaints, but if you're looking for a backpack that isn't super expensive, this one should definitely be on your radar. Starting off with the outside of this bag, it is made of a really nice water-resistant nylon, and everything is so nice and padded. I would say this is a really good protection for almost all your gear inside. You won't want to take it out in a huge downpour. Of course, that rain will soak through here, but a normal light rain, normal rain, you're gonna be fine. The cool thing about this, it's very similar to my Pete McKinnon Nomadic Everyday Carry backpack. I use that thing for everything, and I'm going to compare it a little bit to this backpack. That being said, it's almost apples and oranges. This bag is half the cost of my Pete McKinnon backpack. And it does show in a few areas, and there are actually a few benefits to this bag. The first being the tripod carrier. It actually has the strap with it that keeps your tripod nice and secure. The one I got for Pete McKinnon, whenever I threw my travel tripod in there, I have to buy a third-party strap to actually make it stay in place. It also has a leg up on the camera access side of it. There's this side compartment that allows you to swing the bag over your side and unzip it so you can easily take your camera out. With my everyday backpack from Pete McKinnon, I do have to open it the entire way. They both have this cool camera cube design, which have these modular dividers that allow you to set this up in pretty much any way you want to. I will say that with my large Sony a7 IV, I only have maybe one or two configurations that I can use and still actually operate it using the side access compartment. However, I have been really using this for my Fujifilm X-T30 Mark II, which is a much smaller APS-C size camera, and it seems to work much better in this scenario. Whenever I have my full frame Sony in there, it does seem to weigh the backpack down and maybe even make it sag just a little bit more than I would like. That is something that the Pete McKinnon bag does have. It does hold its structure very well. Now, that may be a positive for you. Maybe you do like a bag that's a little bit more flexible. I just like them a little bit more sturdy. Just like the Pete McKinnon, it does have this main access compartment up top where you can put all of your items that you need to get to all the time. Here I've been putting things like my phone, notebook, keys, anything that I need to get to in a hurry. But also there is this hidden compartment, which is really nice for like a wallet or a passport. It also has a luggage strap, which allows you to throw this over your hand luggage if you do have a roll behind you bag. And finally, the way you do access the camera cube does have another compartment, which is nice and divided. I've been using this for my ND filters, my Tentacle Sync lav mic, and all these other extra SD card holders that I have, and it works very well. I think if you're just getting into photography and camera gear, this is a really good bag for you because it is kind of inexpensive, right? You could be using that money to put towards more lenses or other gear. It also has a one-up on appearance too, and that's one of the major selling points on their website, that this does not look like a camera bag. Honestly, walking down the street, it just looks like a normal backpack, and it kind of is, with just some extra features. And just like a normal backpack, it has a spot for a laptop. My framework fits perfectly in here. With all that said, it has a few pros and cons. Hopefully I've outlined those for you. If you have any questions about it between this backpack or my Pete McKinnon, put it down in the comments. I'm a small YouTube channel and I love that type of interaction. If you have a camera that you don't know if it'll fit or if I'd recommend it for in there, let me know. I don't have access to every single camera, but I can do a little bit of research and compare it to what I have and give you a good estimation. I really appreciate your time. Thanks for watching and subscribing to David Does.